Good day, YouTubers. Was Meghan Markle canceled from Jimmy Fallon? Or did she never have this appointment? I'd like to start off with Harry's Bitter Beer. It's a royally good tipple. And this was made in response to the Netflix documentary or mockumentary. Next, we have Shallon Lester, quite a successful YouTuber, saying in a video, her license, Meghan Markle's license, says she's white. She ticked white for race. I wonder what Ngozi Fulani, Marlene Headley, thinks of this, and I wonder if the black community is still rallying behind Meghan Markle. On to our main headlines. Mystery as Meghan Markle is announced as a guest of Jimmy Fallon and then canceled. That's what I want to find out. Meghan Markle baffles fans after U.S. talk show announces she will appear as a guest despite Pal claiming she won't. Who is that Pal? That Pal is Omid Scobie, who is actually coming out with a new book next August. So he's still working hard for Meghan. So apparently Omid Scobie announced that Meghan was going on Jimmy Fallon, and then NBC said, no, that's not happening. So is Meghan Markle going on the Jimmy Fallon show or not? We're very confused. And Meghan Markle mystery as NBC backtracks over the interview with the Duchess. The bubble over my head is, why isn't Harry included in this? All of this happened because Meghan and Harry's Netflix documentary went over like a lead balloon, and it has a 15% average score on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, we know, what is Meghan doing? Meghan is going for the trifecta with Jimmy Fallon. First, she went on Oprah. Oprah's a huge hitter, whatever you think of her. Next, she went on Ellen and did some stupid pet tricks. Okay. And Ellen was huge, and now Ellen has been canceled. That's a good phrase. Canceled, not canceled. And now she wants to go on Jimmy Fallon. So, gosh, let's explore this. Let's see what the cards want to tell us today. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. As always, find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Don't forget to like and to subscribe. That helps a lot. And share the video if you like. So let's get right into it. Was Meghan's appearance on Jimmy Fallon... the 7 hearts fell out. Was Meghan's appearance on Jimmy Fallon canceled? Okay, because that's the trifecta. And she's, success after success after success, and it seems to be turning against her. Oprah's a big wheel. You want to get on Oprah, you want to get on Ellen, and you want to be on Jimmy Fallon. So, was her appearance on Fallon canceled? Was it booked already and then canceled? Was it canceled? Heart. Mother Earth. 2 hearts. 10 spades. Disaster behind. 6 hearts. Okay. Manifesting. Many people. Snake. Difficulties. Hopes and fears. Okay. Alright, we might have to get the sticks out for this one because it's a pretty binary question. Yes, it was canceled. Yes, it was canceled. No, it wasn't canceled. Yes, yes. No, it wasn't canceled. Let's see what we got here. We just have some queens showing and a king. We do have a king. Fallon is king energy. He's a male. Let's see here. Ace of Hearts. Best for everybody. Good intentions. Love, love, love. In the agape kind of sense. Mother Earth. best for the situation, and two hearts. Close relationship. We want what's best for you in the situation. We want what's best for you in the situation. Okay, so 12, 14, 15, 4 clubs right now. Okay, so Fallon is like, they let her down really easy. Of course we want you on the show. We were going to have you on the show, but it's just the ratings are bad, and people are reacting negatively to this. So this is just not the right time. Meghan. We love you. Kiss, kiss, kiss. We'll do this at a better time. This is not the best time for you. We kind of know what we're talking about. This is what we do. We're media people. Okay, and Fallon is absolutely one of the top media people. So Fallon and his team, they know what they're doing. So this is not the best time, but we love you, Meghan. We love you, Meghan, another time. Meghan's reaction is devastated. This is the worst thing that could happen. But she feels like the relationship is intact and the door is still open. 7 of Hearts. So this 7 of Hearts says to me that I think she did have a Fallon appearance. And it was canceled. Manifesting, King of Diamonds, near future, manifesting. So they threw the ball back in her court. We're going to do it later at a better time. Hand in hand, all the people. Again, it's the people's reaction. We saw Rotten Tomatoes at 15%. People are having a bad reaction. Too much complaining. At some point, you got to get on with it, and you got to stop being bitter and complaining and playing the Diana card, because you're not Diana. And even if Harry is dumb enough to be manipulated by this, you're not Diana. Okay, and that crap is showing up in the Netflix documentary. It's kind of a propaganda film. It's really more of a propaganda film than a documentary. Meghan is very carefully curating what you see, and they're using false images to do it. They're using false images of paparazzi chasing them and staging scenes, and people are just not believing that this is the truth. So, Snake, unexpected difficulties. This is in people and events. This is harder than Meghan thought, and it's just not going the way she thought it would. Hopes and fears, she's hoping for a home run to hit it out of the park and, again, gather her people, get her subscribers, get her sugars on board. So I don't need the sticks. I conclude that Meghan did have a scheduled appearance on Jimmy Fallon, but Jimmy Fallon changed his mind. The producers, I'm sure Jimmy didn't call her himself. It would have been one of the producers. And they would have said, this is just not the right time for you. This is not what's best for you, Meghan. You need to get a better, there needs to be more excitement from the public to, about your stuff. And you're getting a negative reaction. And to go on now, you're just going to get more of a negative reaction. But she believes the relationship is intact. She believes she can do it in the future. And she's very hopeful and confident that she's going to build her team. Okay, build her sugars up so that she is like the next president of the United States, the thinnest skinned person who ever lived wants to be president. Okay. Good luck with that. I mean, we're going to have more Brandon moments where, Brandon goes and starts screaming at people and everybody's like, cut the tape. That's what's going to happen there. But yeah, she was scheduled, and it had to be stopped because, winning leads to more winning, and negativity leads to more negativity. So is Hollywood distancing itself from Meghan? Because all those nice sugary words, we love you, kiss, 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 it's just not the right time. But, I mean, maybe they'll have her on later, or maybe she won't. If she doesn't get audience reactions like she needs, she's never going to appear on Fallon. So is Hollywood distancing itself from Meghan? Because we do see the Obamas didn't invite her to Barack's birthday party. They invited everybody else. We had her good friend, the tennis legend, Serena Williams, didn't invite her to her birthday. We have Serena saying she's just an acquaintance, she's not a close friend, and Meghan was touting that relationship like they're besties, they're like this, besties, besties, besties. So is Hollywood distancing itself from Meghan? Because Hollywood is a place of secrets. How could someone like Harvey Weinstein go around doing what he was doing for 25 years or more, basically, I don't even think I should say these words, but you know what he was doing, and nobody said anything. It was a wide open secret. So here's Meghan, who's just blasting out some of the most powerful people in the world, the royal family, and Hollywood doesn't like that because they have big secrets. I know a little bit about Spielberg. That man has huge secrets, and none of them get out. None of them are getting out. So Meghan and Hollywood. Is Hollywood distancing itself? Hollywood, son. Ooh, wow. Okay, these are interesting cards. 10 is a completion card. Okay, so 10 spades is the worst result you can get. Okay, like 10 diamonds is the royal family card, very solid, very stable, full, lots of money, inheritance, legacy. This is like a very bad ending. It's a disaster. It's an earthquake. So because of what's happening right now, what's being exposed is happening right now. Hollywood wants nothing to do with Meghan right now. 15, 4 clubs. Because of right now, 4 clubs, 4 clubs. Because of what's happening right now. Okay, they don't like this this documentary. They don't like it. They don't like smashing the queen up. They don't like all this slander. They don't like it. This is bad for business, and it's happening right now. They really don't like this. They don't like this. And Meghan and Harry are manifesting an end. And, looking at the content of what is being shown on the Netflix documentary, that is just the Meghan show. Okay, and Meghan was scheduled for Jimmy Fallon, not Harry. Everybody knows it's Meghan. This is the Meghan show. Meghan is manifesting her own demise, her own end. 13 and 9, 22, in front of everybody, very publicly. It's like public self-deletion. What do we have over here? She's going to keep going. She's the little engine that could to build her people, and she's working behind the scenes to constantly build her brand and her people. 12 and 4, 16, 4 spades. 7 spades and 4 spades. She's got secret plans that she's not revealing. Okay, and in the last reading, we saw that she was raging and, of course, blaming the failures of this documentary on other people. She's looking for people to blame. So she is very busy moving forward and building her brand. Very, very, very busy doing this. Behind the scenes, in secret, so people can't stop her. But Hollywood is hating this, and it's happening right now. So if this is where it ends, if the Netflix documentary is the last word, which is never the last word, but if it were the last word, Hollywood is completely done with Meghan based on what they're seeing here. They don't like this at all. This is not their brand. Slander is not Hollywood's brand. So is the black community still rallying around Meghan? Okay, we had Marlene Headley, Ngozi Fulani, and I want to do a reading on her. A lot is going on with her. It looks like she's getting canceled. Praise the Lord, I'm glad. Because I don't think, she canceled, a very valuable person. What's her name? Lady Susan Hussey. Okay, and so she needs to be canceled. this lady, Marlene Headley, with the fake name Ngozi Fulani. I mean, she's, it's just all nonsense. Here she is with, she changed her name so it would sound like really African and be hard to pronounce, and like, what does that mean? And then she's wearing all this, a costume, an African costume. She's born in Britain. She's born in London, and raised in London as Marlene Headley. So is the black community still rallying around Meghan? So Marlene Headley is a complete fake. She's an absolute faker. And it doesn't seem to matter, okay? Or maybe it does. I hope it does matter. But is the black community still rallying for Meghan? Because Meghan she's whiter than I am. So let's just see. Is the black community still rallying around Meghan? Or are they like, I've just had enough of this? This woman is not, she doesn't represent us. She doesn't represent me as a black person. Are they done with decisions? They're at a crossroads. They're kind of talking about it. It's kind of an open discussion now on whether to cut her loose. 6, 9, 3 hearts. They feel like she's trying to do good things for them. So they're not like, it's not like hate, but there are voices out there. It's kind of split. Okay, it's not like, oh yeah, they're completely with Meghan because they like what she's saying. Okay, there are people who like what she's saying, and they believe that 3 hearts, she's trying to benefit them. But there are a lot of people who are like, she's not been discriminated against. She's not a real black person. She doesn't understand what my life, what their life was like growing up as like a real black person who, might be treated differently because they look different than other people. And that does happen. Like, I play sports, and right now I'm playing some sports, and it's a whole lot of Indian folks. And they're just wonderful. They're so wonderful. But I stick out like a thumb because I'm not Indian. But they're, like, really nice to me. And so they could be really nice to me, or they could be like, what are you doing here? And they're just really nice to me. So that's kind of the black experience that they're having, because they stick out. If they can stick out in different places. I know what that's like. I'm experiencing that now. So what do we have on the bottom here? 9 diamonds, Mercury, butterfly, and home. 8 spades and 7 diamonds. Because of outside events, outside things happening around her, is really counting against her. Okay, in the media, 9 diamonds. The media is turning people against Meghan. Events showing up in the media are turning the black community against Meghan. Butterfly and home, but she still has her sugar. She still has her supporters. 12, 21, 29. 8 hearts, water to wine. She keeps renewing. So I would say that the black community at this point is split for Meghan. A lot of people are turning against Meghan, and then there's still other people like Marlene Headley, who was very, very much for Meghan. And a lot of that community is pro Meghan because they feel that she's only trying to help them. But I mean, Meghan is ultimately only trying to help herself. She's not trying to help Harry. She's not trying to help Lilibet. She's not trying to help Archie. She's really only trying to help herself. It's all about Meghan. Okay, and I don't think most people realize that. But yeah, the black community is split. So we have Harry's weak bitter beer. It's a 3.9% alcohol, and if you go to Europe, I've been to Europe several times. If you go to Europe, the beer is stronger than in the United States. Okay, 4%. That's not super weak here in the U.S. Like if you get one of those White Claws, because I live in the bar area, and I just did a bar crawl the other day. Okay, I rode my bike up to the bars, and I did a Santa. An ugly sweater bar crawl. And that was fun. That was a lot of fun. And, you know, I'm not a drinker. I don't like to drink, but I like fun. And I like riding my bike a couple of miles. You know, even in cold weather, it wasn't cold at all. You just dress appropriately and make sure you wear gloves. Anyway, so is Harry getting tired of this? Does Harry realize that Meghan is leaving him behind? Harry's bitter beer. And I really always believe what people do, okay? There's a beer that came out, Harry's bitter beer. Does this matter? Does this affect things? Of course it does. This is what people are thinking. This is the situation. This is the air that we are breathing. This is the air that Harry's breathing. So this is actually representative of what's really going on. So I just want to read on this. Is he getting tired? I'm not sure what I want to ask, and I'm struggling with it. Is he getting tired? Harry's bitter beer. Let's just see what the cards want to say, and I'll try to interpret them. Harry's weak and bitter beer. Let's just see what the cards want to say about this. Harry's weak and bitter beer. Ooh, key events. Ooh. Oh, there's the devil. There's the devil. Can't do a reading without the devil showing up. Harry's weak and bitter beer. Key events for the royal family. It's all about the royal family, and he's just whipping the royal family. He's just beating them. 12 and 10, 22, 6 diamonds in front of all the people. So the people are like, and I just heard this morning that people are like, Harry has mental issues. He needs He needs help from a mental health professional. I literally just heard this morning. This was not necessarily my opinion, but I heard it from a commentator, an influencer, and a big influencer, like, I don't know, like somebody on one of these major channels saying that Harry has mental health issues. He is just beating up his family, beating up the royal family in front of everybody. And people don't like it. People don't like that. I mean, people don't like that. I mean, if you're going to accuse your family members, everybody is kind of has their faults and foibles, okay, but you really need to have something concrete, like there's bodies buried in the basement. Well, that's a different matter, you know, because there's actually something tangible there. That's not what Harry has. He's like, I was emotionally abused. My life was so hard. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Nobody believes you. Your life was not hard. You grew up as one of the most privileged people who ever lived. What do we have underneath? The devil, strength, and hamster wheel. Okay, this is the journey of life, and the devil, and roses and mustard seed. It's like he could see his life, he could look back on his life and say, think of all the wonderful things, or he could interpret these things very negatively, like the devil. Okay, so this is the journey of life, and this is interpreting and messaging positively about that journey. So it's just, people are looking at this and saying, he's just turned really negative. What's wrong with this guy? Something is wrong with Harry. They're not looking at this and saying something is wrong with the royal family. They're looking at this and saying something is wrong with Harry. Something is wrong with Meghan. Something is wrong with these people that they keep doing this. Okay, that's what's happening. So Harry's bitter beer is about people looking closer at Harry and looking closer at Meghan and saying, I'm not sure I like these people. I'm not sure I really believe them. And there's all these falsehoods and mistruths and fancy camera magic and stock footage that they're using. We don't really believe you. That's what is happening with Harry's bitter beer. So 22, 32, 33, 36, 9 spades. And they want it to stop. They're like, enough. So people are getting really tired of this. They better change their tune. They better find something else to talk about besides slandering the royal family, because I just say this is really not working. So let's review. Meghan did have an appearance on Jimmy Fallon. It was scheduled and it was canceled, but they did it like Fallon's people were like, no, this is not the right time. You're just going to get more negative press. Okay, so we'll do it later. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Okay, Meghan and Hollywood. Is Hollywood distancing itself from Meghan? If this is the last word, this Netflix documentary and all this complaining, yes, Hollywood wants nothing to do with Meghan anymore. Is the black community still rallying around Meghan? It's split. It's 50-50. So the tide is turning. It's not yes or no. The tide is turning. And Harry's weak bitter beer, this is a seed change moment. People are beginning to look at Harry and say, something is wrong with this kid. He needs help from a mental health professional. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Don't forget to like. That helps the channel. And subscribe, please. And, share this on social media if you think of it.